Hey guys, Joe here, and welcome to a Call of Duty commentary. That is not a thing that I've ever said on this channel, I don't think. Maybe once. I believe I've done one for the E3 commentary I did, and that was just because that was the only game I could record. But anyways, welcome to a Call of Duty commentary. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the newest Call of Duty that came out last Tuesday, I think it was. Anyways, decided to bring you sort of my thoughts and opinions, and I was gonna say first impressions, but it's been a few days since I played it, so I guess it kind of is my first impressions, but, you know, just my feelings on this new game in general, because I usually really enjoy Call of Duty. My MW3 was my favorite Call of Duty. I played a lot of it with my friends. When Black Ops 2 came out, I bought it in the Season Pass, and I played an alright amount of Call of Duty when that was the big game. Ghosts I never bought because it sucked. Like, that is one of those things that I'm definitely just going to go out and say Ghosts wasn't very good. I didn't play it very often, but when I did, it was not an enjoyable experience. Anyways, Advanced Warfare came out, and I decided to pick it up because when the multiplayer trailer came out, it looked so good. Usually I play the campaign when I'm super bored, but the multiplayer is where it's at for me. As with most people, I'd be feeling safe to say is the I lost my train of thought because I can't say words. But yeah, multiplayer is pretty much where it's at for most people, I feel. I feel safe to say is what I was trying to say. So I decided to pick it up, and it's freaking cool. I was going to say awesome, but it's really cool. I thoroughly enjoy this game. Granted, I am not very good at it, and it took me a long time to get the gameplay that you're watching now. And it's on a map that's less than desirable, but you know what? I got a gameplay that was alright, and emphasis on alright, so I decided to use it. Anyways, the game is really fun. I was honestly really blown away by it. Like, I played it, and it was, good on you, Sledgehammer. It's a really good game. It's really genuinely fun to play. My feelings on this game is just kind of like taking bits and pieces from, like, a bunch of different really good shooters and putting them together in a way that is really good. And I call complete BS on that because I can't figure out how to get in there. Just that kill that you saw on the screen. But yeah, it just took like bits and pieces from a bunch of different really awesome shooters. It has like a bit of Titanfall, a bit of all the other Call of Duties. Hell, it even rips off 007 GoldenEye, because in the options you can turn on paintball effects, which is freaking awesome. But it's just kind of like a Frankenstein's monster of all these really fun shooters. And I think that's a really important thing, because it adds sort of a new dynamic to the game that we didn't see before. I mean, of course there's parts of the game that we have, you know, it is Call of Duty after all, it follows a formula, but it's still really cool because there are all these different bits and pieces all just sort of jammed together, and they work surprisingly well. It's kind of like when you find a meal that you just, like, you're hungry in the middle of the night and you just find odds and ends of, like, maybe a piece of toast and some hash browns and a piece of pizza. None of those things go together in the slightest, but they work so well. That was a terrible example, but that's the only thing I could think of. But, yeah, so the guns in this game, they're okay. For my assault rifle, I usually just use the BAL or the ball, whichever one it is, the BAL. The AK-12 is okay. For me, I can't remember what it is. I think it's the ASM-1 is my submachine gun of choice, mainly just because I unlocked an elite version of it in one of the loot crate thingies. And it's really fun. I really enjoy that submachine gun a lot. I haven't really tried out the shotguns much, mainly just because shotguns are not my area of expertise. Snipers, as I have heard, are alright, and then, there's just a bunch of other cool guns that I haven't gotten around to playing with yet, mainly just because I found my sort of two guns that I play with, and I just haven't touched anything else. The maps are really good. There are a few maps that are, because in every Call of Duty game that comes out, there are a few maps that are just like, I could do without it. Riot, for example, terrible map. I wouldn't say terrible, but it's like, it's not a very good map. Literally the only gunfights that I've had in that map is just fighting over roofs. Like, there is no ground travel, the inside of the prison is barren, nobody uses it. Every time I fought on that map, it's literally just roofs, and fighting for... It's just a dick measuring contest of who can be higher. Like, that's it. The double jumping is a new feature, which is, it's a really cool thing. It's really cool. It definitely makes the game a lot more difficult for me. I was never all that great at Call of Duty to begin with, and now there's the double jumping. And it adds this sort of unpredictability. I've been playing a lot with my friend Chris and Noah, or my friends, and they're like, oh, you just gotta figure out where people are. Well, that's the thing, is you can't really know where people are gonna be. I mean, you can have a vague idea, but because of the double jumping, you never know where somebody's gonna be. I mean, really, unless you have a UAV on, it's really hard to predict where they're gonna be coming from. It's like you can scan down a hallway, see everything that's clear, and then bam, over a rooftop, somebody jumps in and kills you. There was no way you were going to see that person, and you ran right by it, and then he just comes out of nowhere. It adds a sort of edge and difficulty to the game that kind of bugs me just because I am bad, and it makes it even harder for me to play, which is why I really think that the fact that they added Classic Playlist is really cool, but, yeah, it adds a sense of difficulty, but at the same time it's very, very invigorating, I guess. It just kind of adds a freshness to this sort of stale series that... honestly, that got really kind of old. Like, I really wasn't excited for Ghosts, and I wasn't when they announced this, and then they showed gameplay, and I'm just like, ah, it's awesome. So, yeah, it kind of adds a new feeling to the game. The kill streaks are kind of cool. I mean, they're kind of basic. There's a mech suit, which is freaking awesome. And then a bunch of other kill streaks that are essentially just the same from other games, just changed to fit with this futuristic style. I really like the kill streaks. Well, I say kill streaks. They're score streaks again. You get the streaks based on your score and points and stuff. I like that a lot because I don't get a lot of kills and I do get more points. I feel like if these were kill streaks, I would never be getting any kill streaks. I just wouldn't. Like maybe a UAV here and there, and that's all I would be getting. I like that you can now upgrade kill streaks. That's kind of cool. It's really rad. Just the fact that, like, you can, you know, allocate more points. Like, they'll be harder to get, but they're more worth it when you do get them. So that's really cool. Yeah, that's about it. This gameplay's coming to an end, and I rambled on for long enough. But those are just, like, my sort of spitball feelings about this game. Hope you enjoyed it. I recommend trying it. There are some things that could be fixed, like connectivity problems, ping's not always the best, and stuff like that, and spawns, but other than that, it's pretty good. And anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.